5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Mahomes. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And Byron Pringle made the Chiefs roster undrafted out of Kansas State. Kind of been buried on the depth chart the last few years, but he's made some important catches when called upon.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Next score, Chiefs 7, Ravens nothing. Harrison Butker kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Did a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson now.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And Jackson going to hold on to it again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. First down and more for Jackson. Hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Butker's kick here is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. The
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Second down and 8. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Mahomes firing complete, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A good rookie season for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but I do believe a lot of people thought that he would be more of a factor in the passing game for KC last year. Remember, he had 55 catches his final season at LSU. Wound up with only 36 as a rookie with the Chiefs. I expect that number to only go up. Remember, he missed a few games down the stretch with injury.
Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Forced out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check three. Hey.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. First down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. They fake the give, now Mahomes. Rolling to his... Mahomes hit, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner. Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson alluding to... And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And a good catch there by Mark Andrews. And many think that paired with Lamar Jackson, they may be the best quarterback-tight end combo this side of Mahomes and Kelsey.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And I have to think that the Ravens are going to continue to find ways to get J.K. Dobbins the ball, and even more in the passing game this year. Just 18 catches as a rookie a year ago. Would not be surprised to see that number at least double in 2021.
And the Chiefs' D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Jackson looking to throw on third. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next score, Ravens 28, Chiefs 24.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now a second down and 6. Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Chiefs 24.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Mahomes will throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the heads?
And that's caught inside the 35.
My road, baby.
Touchdown. This is something that we saw quite a bit in Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. kick it away following the touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Mahomes now on first down. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes now on first down. Catch is made by Hardman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. The CD, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's a second touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. Absolutely effortless he makes this look. Let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Tucker now to to kick it away following the touchdown. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The throw over the middle taken in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in.
Another huge season last year for Tyreek Hill, teaming up with Patrick Mahomes. Close to 1,300 yards receiving. 15 touchdowns as well. And that was second only to Devontae Adams. We know about the big plays. Also makes the dependable chain-moving catches as well.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. On third, here's an option play right. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. Here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.